You are a collector of watches, am I correct?
Used to be, yeah, yes.
So your defense is that there came a point in time when you had a conversation with the plaintiff about your failing to pay him back for this watch, and he said to you, according to your papers, if I didn't talk to him again, I didn't have to worry about paying him the remaining balance for the watch.
Right, out of the blue, one day I just got a message from, I don't know where it even came from, like just long message. All I remember was just like...
The text?
Yeah, it was a text message.
Do you have it?
I don't. My iCloud from my previous phone got wiped, I don't know how, from my new phone.
And what was it that he allegedly said?
All I remember mainly was, I've had it with you. I don't want anything to do with you anymore. Just get out of my life. Stay out of my life.
Thank you. Do you have the text?
I don't text. I email.
Do you have an email?
It doesn't exist. I did make a negotiation with him where I said, can you pay $500 a month? Okay, I was very nice. That's an even amount, you know, to get to the total. And then later, he goes and buys first a Harley. That wasn't good enough. He crashed it on the freeway. And then he buys a real sport bike.
At the defendant.
I see him spending money like crazy.
He was taking advantage of you.
Yes.
But did you ever tell him, forget about paying you back?
Never. And I have the negotiation right here, where I made an alternate negotiation with him. Exhibit D. And I specifically put in there, you will see at the heading, negotiation to avoid litigation. And it was very favorable to him.
You say that he sent you this text saying, if you don't speak to me anymore...
Doesn't want me in his life anymore. Just be gone, basically. And so I was like, okay, is this a
get out? If you stay gone, you won't have to pay me.
It wasn't in those exact words, you don't have to pay me. But when somebody asks you, I don't want you in my life anymore, I was like, does he want my money still? What does he want, you know?
Yeah, they want both. They want the money and for you to stay out of their life.
Yeah, but I should have made that clear.
Okay, well, let me ask you, did that text come before or after this email where he talks about giving you or gifting you a piano? It's Exhibit D in the plaintiff's evidence.
I want to say after. I don't think it was before. It's probably after.
Why didn't you respond to this email? He's gifting you a piano, you give me the watch back.
I just didn't do it, I guess. I don't know why.
So at that point, you knew he still wanted the watch.
Right. Yeah.
But you say because the text came afterwards, then you thought that he changed his mind about wanting payment at all.
Right.
Mr. Sukanik, how much would you say this piano was worth?
There's some depreciation, so I would say there's somewhere between $4,000 to a maximum of $7,000.
That you were going to gift him?
Yes.
In exchange for the watch that was
yes,
less?
In other words, I was taking it upon myself to have to sell a watch that I don't even want. But, Your Honor, there's one more extenuating circumstance in here that I didn't believe he was going to pay, aside from saying that he's going to invest in crypto and he's buying this watch. He also has a history of gambling. And I don't think that he will ever come up with the money.
So why buy this watch for him in the first place?
It wasn't that gigantic a purchase, and he had been good with the car leases and the car in the past. Then all of a sudden, all this stuff comes up where it's like, what is going on? He sells his incredibly expensive top-end Camaro SS car. And for some reason, he needed money, and there's always that overhanging gambling issue.
I'm confused because you're talking about this piano that's worth $7,000 in exchange for a watch that's worth $2,500. It doesn't really add up. So what were you getting from this relationship? Because it seems like you're doing a whole lot for the defendant. What were you getting in exchange in this friendship?
We were acquaintances. I had helped him out.
You were acquaintances?
We were Facebook friends. We were Facebook friends.
You're doing all this for Facebook friends?
I will explain. Like I said, when we brought up the piano thing, let's go back. I had helped him out. My life is about helping people out. I make people happy. I make their videos. I build their dance studios at discounts. And whenever Haru did a recital, even if there was 20 people in there, I would give him a professional video of his recital, thinking, well, you can do this to promote yourself.
No,
and then I realized he wasn't going to do that anymore.
Sukanik, I get that
it disappeared. Our relationship disappeared.
Mr. Sukanik, you're a giver.
Yes, ma'am.
You're a giver. I get it.
Yes.
But what were you getting from the friendship?
We would write back and forth. It was 98% was writing. I'm a very good writer, and I write comedy. I do stuff. And we're writing back and forth. To me, to be able to write and talk, a conversation.
How often were you two speaking?
Every few days. I would write, you know, like what the news, what's going on in MMA, what the fights are, and stuff like that. We never had long, extended conversations.